Yeah, the next few slides, you can share this with your IT people, but it's just with trying to figure out, which Eric's going to talk about here and hopefully wrap up for you all, is when thinking about the PC system requirements, if you're using used devices, what the minimum specs are for that. So feel free to check out those links when that time comes to figure out what you're playing on. If you are playing on a PC, to check out these links to be able to make sure that your PC is compatible, or if you have to get anything additional to what you're working with. And then as well, Eric, the next few slides, the same external domains, if you needed to get more information out to your IT person to help them along the way with this endeavor in esports. And then finally, I think the next one is purchasing or blocks. Here's some of the things. It says buy coffee, firewalls, buy coffee for your IT people. They're going to be huge at helping you get you started and allowing permissions and opening up some of those blocks. And in the very top right, it says filtering. You can't filter like Discord or some of the information on Twitch, some of those other channels. So just being aware of that.
Yeah, and so just briefly, and we don't have to get super technical, but some of the things that you'll want to know if you're doing competitive gaming online, um, the speed of your internet connection is huge,
It
especially,
matters.
yeah, big time, especially if you are competing or playing against people who are not in the same building as you. A couple of things to know is that a wired connection, an Ethernet wired connection, is always going to be faster and better than a wireless, regardless of how good your wireless system is. So anything you can do to wire those machines, if you're using like a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch, there's dongles you can get to connect your Ethernet to them. So definitely, again, make friends with your tech department. Terms that you'll hear are FPS, frames per second, ping, latency is another one that comes up. These are all different measures that will that are numeric measures to let you know how good basically your connection is going to be with what you're doing versus what your opponent's doing in the game, and everything syncing up so you have a good real-time experience and there's not what they call lag, where the game kind of, you fall behind what's going on in the game and then it rushes to try and keep up, and it makes it very difficult for several games if you don't have that going on. So just some things to think about and get to know there. And then Holly, purchasing.
Yeah, just when you're ready and you're looking to purchase your items or your equipment, there's a few different programs here that you can look into for purchasing. I've been trying to include a multitude of links there, but ultimately CDW and SHI there. I don't know how you pronounce that, if it's Shy or SHI. Do you know, Santos?
I do not. I would have just
So
gone with Shy and rolled with it.
yeah, Shy. So just make sure you mention if you're ILTPP member. If you're not, there is a link there to be able to get some discounted rates through the ILTPP membership, which is free. So yeah, feel free to check that out. And there is an example. It's a very broad example there at the very bottom of a school that it was their school's purchasing, like what they wanted to purchase for that. Yeah, I think if, yeah, equipment proposal there. So if you wanted just a very simple